Again, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now we have Wales versus South Africa in the final international game of 2025, and I want to give you guys my predicted lineup for the Springboks because I think we're going to see a lot of rotation. I think we've already won pretty much everything. There's a good chance we are going to go unbeaten, but Wales have shown that they are not to be messed around with. So drop your thoughts in the comment section below. What is your starting 23, and do you think I'm wrong in this? Let's get into it. So this is my predicted 23 for the Springboks to play Wales. So I think we are going to see a lot of rotation. As you're going to see here, I've brought back Zachary Porthen. Obviously, he's made a couple starts, and I think he's going to get another one here. This is going to be one of the best games to be having someone like Porthen, getting himself experience, and giving South Africa just a little bit of time to keep the legs warm, get some new faces get some faces to get a bit of additional game time, and just to kind of try out a couple things. So I think we will see Boan Venter, Grobbelaar, and then Zachary Porthen as the pack, Archie Snyman and Ruan Nokia as the lock pairing. I think these two are going to be crucial. We are going to see Ebenetsebet and probably someone like Franco Mostert on the bench, or maybe even in and around the back row position, or we might even see Archie Snyman and Mostert as a partnership. Who knows? But I can't see Ebenetsebet starting, especially up against Wales. More than likely have him on the bench for impact, because if Wales put in a solid performance, we are going to need someone like Ebenetsebet, an enforcer, to really shake things and put things on its head. The back row: Siya Kolisi, Ben Jason Dixon, then Marco as the 8. This gives a lot of power, a lot of energy. It gives Siya Kolisi just that little bit of experience just to guide everyone, and then just to have that raw power of Marco and Ben Jason to really start hammering it home up against Wales. I think we are going to see a lot of changes in terms of the backs. Grant Williams, Handré Pollard starting. I think Handré Pollard hasn't had the most of time. We will probably end up seeing Manie Libbok on the bench, and just keep the points ticking. Keep the points ticking. I think if we can get a couple points ahead, if we can get like 1, maybe 2 tries in within the first half, the game will be ours. Have someone like Handré Pollard keeping Wales at bay, and really putting it to them. Having Kurtley Arendse and then Edward van der Merwe as the wingers. I think again players need a little bit more time. Edward van der Merwe, he has had his hot moments. I think, and again, another team that is going to be the perfect time to play someone like Edward van der Merwe and still keep Kurtley Arendse's legs going. But he might change everything up so much, because obviously you do have the URC coming back next week. You have everyone playing club rugby as well. So Rassie might start to look at getting rid of everybody, bringing on those players that he had on standby. And I mean, who knows? I think even Bongi and Benambi is on the standby list. So maybe we might even see them come through and put in a bit of game time. I'd love to see someone like Evan Ruas get a bit of game time. Even to have someone like Siya Kolisi, Evan Ruas, and Ben Jason Dixon. I think that would be phenomenal. But I just can't see that happening. I think we will end up seeing Esterhuizen again on the bench, coming on as an impact, whether it's in the back row or the center. Morne van den Berg as the backup number 9, I think it is going to be needed, and obviously he can move the ball around very quickly, and then having Manie Libbok as the 23 to cover everywhere else. So pretty much we are looking at a 6-2 split, depending on how you want to be seeing Andre Esterhuizen, but it could be very, very much a 5-3. But this is my squad for Wales. Where do you think this is going to go? Because Wales, they put in a solid performance up against the All Blacks. They weren't able to keep the pace, and I don't think they're going to be able to keep the pace up against South Africa as well, because we ended up seeing Wales start making mistakes. They got tired. They started to make a lot of unnecessary mistakes, and the All Blacks managed to find a way to break them down quite easily, as we saw in the second half, where they were just being sliced through. But up until then, that first half was just pure dynamite. it was just one of those games where the All Blacks, they were trying so hard to pull away. They were trying so hard to pull away and try to really create as much of a gap as possible. But Wales were, and what I'm so happy to finally say is they were showing their teeth. Wales were finally showing that killer instinct and putting the All Blacks to the sword. And this is what I say: if we are able to see a Wales side do this to a lot more teams, we are going to see Wales back up within that top 10 spot really quickly. I think instead of 14, they're currently already sitting in 12th or 11th, around there. So, they're really starting to make movements. We're already seeing a huge difference with Steve Tandy. The Welsh look so much stronger. I mean, we take a look at the Wales that played up against the All Blacks, and we take a look at the Wales that played the entire Six Nations. It's night and day. Complete night and day. And they don't even have one of their most influential players and their idol player in Jack Morgan. Jack Morgan is the Antoine Dupont of France, of Wales. He has that impact. He brings that form. He brings that energy. So Wales without Jack Morgan is a completely different Wales with him. And if Wales are playing like this up against the All Blacks without Jack Morgan, I cannot wait to see him playing with. So this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to see Jack Morgan coming back into the squad. I think we might only get to see him next year, but this is going to be a phenomenal game. But I think this is going to run the same thing. This is going to run the same course. South Africa are going to play it. They're going to play it a little bit slower than usual. They're going to try and feel out Wales, because Wales are going to be coming in hot. Thomas Williams, he's going to try and move the ball around as quickly as possible. And try to bring Rogers into the game as well. Obviously, Rogers had a pretty stacked game last time out. But I think South Africa are going to very much work on the physicality. Once again, Wales do not have the capability of meeting South Africa head on. We've seen the Irish couldn't do it. The French couldn't do it. The All Blacks struggled to do it. No matter who we've gone up against, everybody has struggled to meet us one-on-one physically. They don't have the legs for it. So to have someone like Wales put on the pressure, they are going to try and hit us hard, but the South African scrums, the South African lineouts, I think they're just going to be far too dominant. We're going to see a lot of rolling mauls, and we're going to see a lot of tries. So especially in the second half, I'm giving South Africa to score 3 tries in the first half, and then to score another 4 tries in the second half at a minimum. So I do see Wales kind of putting up a little bit of a fight. I think we can definitely see Wales get at least 1 to 2 tries. I can't see them getting anything more than 3, maybe even 4 tries at an absolute max if South Africa are particularly sloppy. But I think we're going to see an absolute run out. I think we are going to be seeing a huge scoreline here, and the Welsh are really going to have a lot of trouble breaking down the Springboks. So drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you Welsh fans. Where do you think I'm going wrong? Do you think I'm underestimating the Welsh too much, or am I too much up South Africa's backside to not see the true the true power that Wales have? And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Wales, and I've said this so many times, especially what Wales are doing at club level and how they're pretty much looking to ruin a lot of their fan base. Wales are a legendary side, but right now there is nobody that can stand toe-to-toe with South Africa. Nobody that can stand toe-to-toe with South Africa, player for player. And this is even taking consideration this predicted 23, not taking consideration our A-list starting 23 that we'd probably see starting a World Cup final. So, well, Wales have a lot to work on. I think they can definitely get there. I think they can definitely work their way back up to within the top 7 mark again, although it's going to be very difficult and a very long road. But I think they definitely have what it takes to do it. So drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.